gets in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They go play action here on first down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Mayfield. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Alert, 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 alert. Regular, regular, regular.
On third down, Mayfield. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Mayfield now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's first and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
20.
Here we go, here we go. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
Alert, 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 alert. Run, run, run. Hey, orbit. Let's go, let's go. Watch, watch.
From the 31, Mayfield. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
No. Real.
Throwing, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Ready.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Let's go, D.
5.
55, Mike, 55. Double dog. That's the way. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Hey, high 7. Get it.
2nd and 4. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee.
Keep playing hard.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 25-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
At the Browns' 23-yard line.
Come on, set, 8, read. Hey, echo. 61, matchbox, lights.
Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Yeah. Go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Hey, let's get it.
Big grip.
Running it with Armstead. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Raquel Armstead with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Browns 14. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Point it right.
From the gun, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Watch out.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. To throw, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. This is Collins on the handoff. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, box truck, box truck. You don't want it. Yep.
Second and 5. It's complete to Chris Conley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it second and 12. Here we go on second and 12. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Alex Collins, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Lambo on for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And an alley to run. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and now it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Bravo!
2nd and 10. That one complete. He finds Sharp, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Set 50, plant.
Check 56. That's what I do.
They'll throw now on the final play. Shark's got it left side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You
trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and run with their fullback. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
Hey, exit.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Hey.
Second down and inches. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you got 4 the previous week, You're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Ready, set.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 24. A give right to Collins. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Ready? 70, Indy. Hey, team 6, team 6.
55 to mine. Check, 55 to mine. Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag.
Go. Watch that.
They'll drop to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They're going to look to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go now. AT Gator, General West.
Who that? 49, check 49, check 49.
On 1st and goal, Collins. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Collins now the lone man in the backfield, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Here we go, set. 30 base.
Check, lucky.
Topper. Ready?
Trying to pick it up with Armstead. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Offensively, not what they wanted there, but hey, you can kick the field goal here and take the lead.
Felt like a little bit of a statement stop, didn't it? You know, made a big play right there. Okay, guess what? Ball's in your court, guys. What are you going to do? Myself, I kick the field goal, get the 3, and take the lead.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They gave it to him in search of his third touchdown, but he's denied, and the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand.
Watch one. Check 37. Spawns. Regular. Go. Up. Kill. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Alpha. Check 20. Alert. Hey, alert.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. 2nd and 14. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Oliver. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. 3rd down, it's Armstead. And an alley to run. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher, and all night long he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now, a huge third down conversion.
Check 43. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
No game on this defense. No game.
They'll try again with Collins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
We own them. Hey, Haywood.
Check 56. I hope we brought your luck.
Go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, so wipe out the INT run.
Disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Here's Collins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Yeah, baby.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They go again with Collins. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Check 50. Coaching spill.
Now a give to Collins. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Browns 28. Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mayfield now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hudson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
36-yard line.
180.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Now a desperation throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel-downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
And the Jaguar first down. Tonight's final score, Jaguars.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's